Hey, what's up guys? It's Forest Man here. It's time for another Alliance War attack video. Originally I had done this as a live video. My first attack on this team's #1 player was 3 stars on Lesnick. At the end of the attack though, I started thinking everything went smoothly. I didn't have any issues with it. However, my Dragonfires all ended up at the same turret as the final turret, and it took them a long time to fly all the way around the base and collect the buildings on the outer edges of the base. So I ended up beating this base with about 10 seconds left, a little under 10 seconds left, excuse me. And I thought, I think there's a better way to do this. I'm always about improving my attacks, and if there's ever anything that I see someone else do that I'm like, hey, I can add that to my attack, or I can do that differently, of course I'm going to give it a shot. So what you're about to see is a attack on a max 12. This is a Command Center level 12 base. God only knows how much this guy spent to max it out this early. It's the first one that I've come across ever, really. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the base too, just so I can walk you through my attack before I show you the replay and talk about what I did and why I did it. On this base, there's a couple things that I noticed right off the bat that is kind of a good thing for me, and that's his bunkers and his SAM turrets are clumped together, and I was kind of surprised to see that, especially with the base that's maxed out at 12. That's not really the best idea, obviously, especially for people that attack the way that I do, because bunkers and SAM turrets are two, very important weapons to take out, and having them next to each other really makes things easier for attackers. What I did is I started up in the top left portion of the screen with my AGRs, ASAMs, and Goliaths, and then followed by a care package, of course a Minesweeper. Again, I can't stress enough how important the Minesweeper is. Instead, since these are clumped together, what I did on my first lightning strike is I hit one target to this bunker, one to the comm center, and one to the other bunker. Then I did a launcher to the comm center to get that weakened up even more, since it is a level 11 comm center. It's got a little bit more HP than what I usually deal with. And then my second lightning strike after that launcher was up on this hangar up here. And then once I had that hangar taken out, I finished off the comm center with my gunship, as well as this SAM turret and this bunker, for the most part, with the rest of the gunship. I ended up having to use one more launcher to finish those two off. I actually used a third lightning strike on this SAM turret and bunker down there to completely take it out. I probably didn't need to. I probably could have just thrown my dragons at it, but I did anyways, just to be sure. And of course I always throw out a Minesweeper round ahead of where I'm going to drop my Dragonfires at to get rid of whatever mines are out there. Because with a predominantly Dragonfire attack, if you hit every air mine, and if you hit, the auto-tracking mines, that can be pretty devastating to your attacks. So again, never forget the Minesweeper round by Soap. If you don't have that thing maxed out, do it. It'll save you many, many, many wars. I promise you that. All right, well, the last thing that I did, typically, you guys know my setup. It's 3 AGRs, 4 Goliaths, and 4 ASAMs, 18 Dragonfires, and then my Dragonfires in my communication center. What I did on my second attack, and this is kind of going back to what I first told you, was why it took me so long to defeat this base the first time. Instead of doing 18 Dragonfires, I just did 16, which doesn't really affect my Dragonfires that much. And with that extra 10 spaces, I just I trained 10 assaults. And I basically use those assaults on the buildings along the edges to clear it up quite a bit faster. And if you're doing a Dragonfire attack, I think a lot of people do this anyways. They always have at least 20 or 30 assaults to clear up all the edges once the Dragonfires take out the turrets. So I've decided to incorporate that permanently into my attacks now in Alliance War, is those 10 assaults. And you're about to see the difference between, not using any at all and then just having 10 of those guys, and the time difference. And again, my first attack, I had the base cleared with under 10 seconds left, and you're about to see my second attack, and really the only difference in the two attacks was having those assault troops. So we're going to scroll down and take a look at my second attack, and you can see what that looks like. Those are my 3 heroes, all my units. Let's get everything squared up right. And you can see the start on the top. My second lightning strike. And that level 12 gunship, the biggest cannon, took out all 3 of those sentry guns that were right in front of it, so that was pretty awesome too, especially attacking this base with dragon fires. Right now I'm weakening up the bottom bunker and the bottom SAM turret with the 25mm cannon with the gunship. And then I finish those off with the launcher. And I started to drop my other dragon fires on the bottom right side before I remembered that there's that extra SAM turret down there. So I started a few on the left side, and then I saved a few as well, and then I did another lightning strike down to the bottom right. And then I dropped the rest of my other dragon fires since that SAM turret was taken out. On the top right is where I dropped my supported dragon fires up there. And then as you can see on the bottom left side and on the very bottom of the screen is where I dropped those 10 assaults. And those 10 assaults are what really turned this attack from 5-second left attack to a 50-second left attack, just because the dragon fires didn't have to go so far. It really is amazing the difference in these 2 attacks, because that's really pretty much the only difference. There you go, a max command center level 12 taken out with 49 seconds left. He also had 10% advanced gear on there as well. Another reason why I used a little bit more skills than I usually do. I think it was 10%. Yep, there you go. Alright, well that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Hopefully the next time I will finally do a live attack for you again. I know it's been a while since I've done one of those. I'll see you then. Take it easy, guys.